Yo, welcome back, guys. This is the Dev Diary Update Part 2. Not too sure what to expect, so let's just go ahead and get into it.
Hello Heisters and welcome to another
Why,
dev
hello!
update. By now the holiday season is upon us. We're in Q4.
I paused it slightly less. She had like her earring was a handcuff. You guys see that? That's pretty cool.
Another dev update. By now the holiday season is upon us. We're in Q4, which means that our roadmap
We're in Q4, which means our roadmap.
tells me it's about time to share more information about Payday 3's first ever DLC, Syntax Error.
Okay, let's bring it back just for a second. One more.
Is upon us. We're in Q4.
Okay. So, winter, spring, summer, fall. Okay. So they have plans currently for each of the updates. Syntax Air did come out. I don't remember if it came out in the winter. Spring 2024, I believe spring has passed. I know there's a current update for Payday 3. I don't know if that current update is Boys in Blue DLC. Okay, next. They have the Land of the Free DLC in summer. Okay, we should expect that in the next couple months. Fall, Fear and Greed. We could probably expect that around September, I'd imagine. But then they have some hidden stuff here at the bottom. There's seasonal events, playable characters, skill lines, new enemy, weapons, Unreal Engine, cosmetics, new features, quality of life, and much more. So let's break this down real quick. They have seasonal events. That's kind of how they did at the end of Payday 2. They had like a little Christmas event with like presents and shit. You had to like throw bags and get the copycat, right? Like you guys remember? Boom. Playable characters. We can imagine they're either referring to like Houston and like, characters like that, or they're referring to Pearl and Joy. Next, skill lines. They could be referring to the transporter, they could be referring to more stealth stuff that's already released. I'm not too certain right now. New enemy. I'm not familiar with the new enemy at the moment, but we'll come back to that when they talk about it here in a second. Weapons. If this is referring to the Syntax Air DLC, there's 3 weapons. There's one heist, so that could be what they're referring to here. Unreal 5 update. That's a big thing because a lot of people want Unreal Engine 5, but the game's in Unreal Engine 4, so they still need to do a big transition. Okay. Cosmetics and new features. Cosmetics are lacking in this game, so obviously, big thumbs up for that. New features. What could these new features be? Anything. I'm not going to name off anything. Let's just see. And then quality of life. That's possibly making the game more playable and enjoyable. Now that we broke everything down on the screen, let's get back to it.
Which means that our roadmap tells me it's about time to share more information about Payday 3's first ever DLC, Syntax Error. We'll go through some of the things you can expect from the DLC, as well as some of the changes coming alongside the update.
Okay.
So for those of you who rather discover things for yourselves, consider this your spoiler alert.
Uh-oh. Spoilers.
Right, if you haven't left one out, we're about to get right into it.
Okay. Let's get it, boys. Dev update number 2.
With Payday 3's base game narrative,
this is the lead writer.
Status quo for the gang, laying the groundwork for everything that's to come. Now, as we move into post-launch, we want to treat each new heist as the next chapter in our story, where each episode builds off the one that came before it. This allows us to evolve the game world over time, while also letting us introduce new content, like new levels as well as new characters, in a meaningful way.
What he left out there is new objectives, new ways to complete missions, and everything else that everyone's complaining about.
At this point in the story, the Payday gang is officially back in full swing.
Right.
They've secured CrimeNet with their new C-Stack technology, and they've gotten revenge on all the people who tried to have them murdered. Or so they think.
That's what I was about to say. The first missions of the game don't really cover any of that.
There's a very dangerous loose thread that the gang is not yet aware of.
Okay.
Syntax Error picks up right where Touch the Sky left off. Shade uses her new quantum computing tech to decrypt the servers from Golden Shark, and she finds some intel on some incredibly valuable software for a new kind of drone operating system. It's being stored at a data center called Scry Digital. Right in the middle of downtown Manhattan, the building is under the control of an advanced AI security network. This thing is very smart, very adaptive, very hostile. The gang has never faced anything quite like it. But if they can smuggle that software out of the data center, they can sell it for a crazy amount of money, and they'll get some more info on the mysterious group that wanted them dead.
I'm pretty sure if you complete this mission, you don't get a crazy amount of money. I just want to point that out real quick.
The conspiracy against the Payday gang runs deep, and it is far from over.
introducing our first
Nothing
DLC
else to really
heist,
break down
has
there.
been one burning question that a lot of you have been asking. Can you play DLC heists with friends without owning them yourselves?
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
happy to confirm today that yes, you can. If you don't own the heist, but your friend does,
question was
you'll be
that?
able to join your friend either via invite or by joining their game directly.
I'm not really sure what kind of question that was. I'm not sure who was asking that, but Payday 2 had this, and Payday 3 has it. It's a reoccurring theme, obviously. If they didn't do this, it'd have been like just killing their game. Nothing really else to break down here. Obviously, you can join your teammates that have DLC that you don't. There's not like a code that's given to you that cancels your game, you know, like.
The heist isn't coming out by itself though.
Okay.
Just like in Payday 2, it's part of a bundle package with cosmetics and weapons.
Okay.
For the Tailor Pack, it comes with 4 new outfits, 4 gloves, and 4 masks. And will
So,
be
not
available
much.
alongside the release of the heist.
Okay. I'm glad they used female bodies to represent the clothing. You can see boobs here, and fucking joy here, and fucking nothing here, and then some tits here, and what's her name? I get it. They're wanting to have people be like, ooh, look at these outfits. But like even these outfits are like, okay. We've got a worker's outfit, and then like a stealth outfit, and then the other ones are kind of not really knowing what these outfits are. They all have like different gloves and masks. Like the masks are, to me, they're goofy. I wouldn't use any of these. It's not the route that you should be going. Just go ahead and go to the next part.
Has 3 new weapons as well as new weapon customizations.
Okay.
The guns in the pack are an SMG, a shotgun, and a marksman rifle.
Okay.
Each of the new weapons seek to fill a role in their respective categories that isn't currently available.
So what they do mention is that each gun is to fill a role that's not currently being filled. The shotgun certainly does that. This DMR is kind of an what you call it, it's kind of underpowered. It doesn't do no damage unless you do headshots or whatever. It's like a 22 rifle, like, okay. And then the SMG is a pretty hard-hitting SMG, I will admit that. So the 2 guns are pretty good. The DMR, on the other hand, is kind of iffy. It's mostly just a headshot machine.
Another thing you should keep an eye out for in Syntax Error, a new enemy is joining the New York police.
So this is what we was referring to earlier.
Of the Payday gang. We call them the Techie. These officers are elite supporters using their drones to scout and harass any criminal foolish enough to try and bring their wicked trade to their city.
Like I've ever seen these guys.
The Techie will attempt to hide and stay away from the heisters as much as possible,
Why?
controlling their drones from a distant hiding spot. Heisters will need to seek out the Techie before the flow of drones can be stopped completely.
So the Techie brings drone enemies to the battle for some reason, which doesn't really matter. There's no reason for it, but that's the new enemy type, I guess. We have a dude with a backpack that hides and controls drones. Cool. Not really the biggest enemy we want, but okay.
Appear in the Syntax Error heists.
Nice.
Setting up the
Good.
drone navigation is quite a complex task, but with that said, we will start introducing them in the other heists over time.
No, that makes no fucking sense. You're raiding a place that's an AI generated building or whatever the fuck, right? But why would we start branching out these robots into other missions? That makes no sense. It's the same issue that they're having in Crime Boss right now. There's people game testing the beta that's going to be releasing like robots as new enemies in the game, right? Okay, that's cool, but make them just on that mission. There's no reason at all to be throwing them in every heist in the future. That makes no fucking sense. Why would we do that? He's there for this heist. He's not there for every heist in the game. That's the issue they had in Payday 2. They brought marshals for those like Texas heists or whatever, and then they brought the marshals to every heist. The marshal snipers and marshal shields. Okay, it's not really that big of an issue, but it's like, but why do it? They were meant to be on a specific heist, but now the lore gets broken and you're throwing them on every heist. Why does that make sense? Like, the lore is that they came to the Texas heat because of the stuff we're doing, right? And because of the infamous name behind the Payday gang, right? But now the same scenario here. We're attacking this robotic building or whatever, so then they're gonna bring in like robots to fight us or whatever the fuck. The techie dude. But then now the techie guy is going to be represented on every mission. Like, okay, that doesn't make sense. That shouldn't be the route they go.
To help combat this new threat, we're also releasing releasing the Scrambler skill line.
Okay.
This line focuses on helping you deal with the drones in question by hacking the enemy drones, turning them against their users, and giving the heisters a powerful new tool.
So I just talked about this earlier. They had like another little stealth hacky skill line, but this is what I was referring to. It's referring to the drones specifically.
In addition, the skill line has some sweet boosts to your ECM jammers, hopefully increasing their utility even further.
Okay, so it also does something to your ECM jammers. Big thumbs up, because I'm not saying that they were weak or anything, but this certainly makes them into a better playing field. Let's go ahead and talk about the, let me rewind it so I know. Right, let's go ahead and talk about the skill line real quick. Currently, those robots are only on that map, so why create a whole skill line designed to combat these enemies if they're only on that one map? But then, obviously, they're going to release them on all the maps in the future, which doesn't exactly make sense, but now it makes sense, right? Because they released a skill tree for it. Now it's going to be on every heist, blah, blah, blah. What I want to take from this, once again, is that if they're creating, they're creating new characters that are designed to be on a specific mission, why branch them out into other missions? That's the only issue I have with this.
Giving released alongside the Syntax error update for free for everyone.
For free for everyone.
Also for free.
That's skill line talking about.
We're adding a number of free cosmetics to all players. We are also expanding the amount of cosmetic rewards for the heisters who have reached the infamy level cap.
Okay. So in an older video they mentioned about, oh, if you guys don't have the armor, you have to play another mission to unlock it, like the new armor system that they released. If you're over level 26 already, it didn't give it to you. You had to complete a mission for it to give it to you. Same thing here as they're just mentioning. If you're already a max level player, you're gonna get like different rewards or something along those lines. Maybe I misheard them. I'm sure that's obviously a selling point to the players that have been grinding the game. I don't know what the items are. They didn't really say anything, so can't really break that down.
That is it for now, heisters. We hope you look forward to everything the update has to offer.
Very interesting.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future videos.
Okay. So this video was nice, honestly. Once again, the stuff that's in the video is already released. I just want to point that out. The game's already released. This DLC's already released. We're just covering the dev diary, or dev update, my bad. So let me know what you guys think about this. Do you guys enjoy the content that came? Do you guys enjoy the updates that they're talking about? You look forward to having new enemies on the maps? Like, what do you guys think? These are my opinions, once again, my thoughts. If you guys don't like them, you know, you guys tell me your opinion in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to me if you're new here, and hopefully you guys have a great day.